Hello, people who build plastic models. I'm going to give you some quick impressions on this particular kit here before I hack it up and make a slot car out of it. Now, I bought this kit on clearance, I guess, at a hobby store that was, they probably bought out some old used kits that somebody brought in there or something. And this kit was missing its chassis. I thought I was just going to cobble something together, and I started building on it, but that was about a year ago, and since then I got into slot cars, so the rest is history. Now it's going to be turned into a slot car. But before I maul it, I figured I'd show you guys some stuff about it in case anybody's actually interested in building this kit, because it's really a pretty nice kit. First of all, this is the Revel kit, and I'm usually a little more happy with their kits than lots of others. But this one has a lot of parts. If you see over here, it says it's got 110 parts and pieces, or 110 plus. It's pretty well detailed. It's got a lot of stuff going on. I'll show you this part here. Let's focus in on that a little bit. Zoom in. And there you go. You can see that's their parts layout right there. It's got quite a few little detail parts and everything, and some really nice looking wheels, and it's a pretty cool kit overall. I would say that if I was building this kit, had all the parts, I would have enjoyed building it. I'll show you the back here. I think you should be able to read that. There we go. That's maybe a little better. Pull back just a little bit. Whoops. Anyway, there, you should be able to pause the video in order to read this, if you're interested. And then there's also the paint guide here, where they show you what you need to paint it with, what colors. Now let's have a look at what's inside the box. In Revel fashion from back then, which was 2011 it looks like, they had a pretty detailed instruction booklet. Shows quite a bit of stuff. It's, how many pages is it? 12 pages. That's a whole booklet full. I'll kind of flip us through it pretty quick, just in case anybody wants to have a look at it. Let me make sure that's focused as well as it can be. Well, I guess being all it can be is not that great. Maybe I need to bring it closer. Well, anyway, here we go. I'll just give you a quick look at the book. If anybody needs further details, let me know. I'll take some better pictures or something for you, or scan it. See, I wrote a few notes in there in pencil. Pay no attention to those notes. And the last page, they show a bunch of the little decals. Speaking of which, that's probably the worst thing about this kit, is those decals are tiny. Some of the stuff, the little Ferrari decals that you have to put in the center of the wheels and stuff, are really difficult. But here's the body, and I think the body looks pretty good. It was already painted when I bought it. Like I said, it was a started kit, and then I ended up building the engine and sticking the stickers and stuff on it. But the body has a lot of nice details to the lights and everything. I still haven't finished it all off. There's more little glass pieces and clear pieces and chrome pieces that glue all in here, and red pieces that really dress it out nicely. And overall, the body is pretty cool detailed. I've had it banging around with the slot car chassis. I plan on mating it too, so it's already looking a little worse for wear. The engine details on this kit are pretty nice. At least I like them. This is just what I have left after I had to rip most of it out. in order to try to make it fit on the slot car chassis. But I'll see if I can't add a little bit more to it, more than just the fuel injectors or the, intake manifold or whatever that is there. I guess it's just pretty much just the intake. But overall, I think the body's pretty cool. I think if you're a fan of this car, you will probably like the lines that it has. Unfortunately, I was smart enough to use the right glue when I glued in the windshield and the glass. But then when I glued the interior into it, I used the wrong kind of glue and then wrapped it all up into something, wax paper and stuff, and stuck it in the box. And so when the glue gassed, it screwed up my glass. Oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. But there's that. Here's the interior, which I had done, which they have some really nice interior parts on this so that you can detail it out pretty well. Let me see if I can find the best angle to get this here. But I think the interior came out half decent. I used a little bit too glossy a paint on a couple of spots there for the console. But other than that, I mean, that's not the kit's fault. That's just me. If somebody that knew how to detail these things out better would have really been able to turn this into something special. And like I said, it had a lot of nice detail parts and everything, and little decals for the seat headrests right here too. Let me see if we can get a better picture of that. Let me move it back here. Yeah, I'm doing wonderful here, right? Anyway, there's little Ferrari decals on there. I'm sure you can see them. And those are kind of a pain in the butt to put on there too. I mean, they are tiny. The wheels that came in the kit are gorgeous. And when you assemble them, they even have the brake discs. Let me see if I get the right angle on there for you. If you can see, there's the brake disc in there, as well as the rotor, and then the little decal that goes in the center, and that's a real pain. But if you can get all that coming together, they come out looking really sharp. Even the wheels feel like a nice rubber. I could almost use these wheels on a slot car track, it feels like. Here's what's left of the motor after I had to rip it out when I decided I was going to make a slot car out of it. And you can see I had added a bunch of extra glue because it fell out once or twice, I think, when I was working on it. And I just said, oh, heck with it, and gooped it in. But they give you some nice details. And, somebody had taken the time to fill in the creases and all that. It could have looked a lot better. But they give you a pretty nice looking motor to work with to start with. Guys that know what the heck they're doing better than I do would be able to build a much better motor. But as you can see, with my limited skills, it's pretty detailed looking just in the parts that they give you in the kit, and if you do a little bit of painting and all on it. Well, I think that's really all I needed to show you. Overall, like I said, my impression of the model is if you have the whole kit and you're going to build it, I think it's a pretty good kit. In my case, I'm going to be hacking it, making a slot car out of it, and you may be seeing that again soon. Thanks for watching.